Hi all, welcome back to my channel. If you're a beginner and you need help with your makeup, I got you, your best friend, guys. The first thing we are going to do is to prime our face with a primer. I'm using the Invisible Primer by SO Aesthetic. I love using my fingers, but make sure that your fingers are clean and your face is also clean and you've moisturized your face with your normal facial cream. You understand? I also do have a sunscreen under it, so make sure that you are protecting yourself from UV rays and slowing down wrinkles and aging. So after the primer, I'm just gonna fan it until everything is completely sunk into my skin. And if your day is going to be a long one, or if you sweat a lot, especially on top of your brows and then your nose and then your chin, you might want to follow it up with a setting powder. And I'm using Revolution Banana Setting Powder. I've just poured it onto this tissue and I'm just going to tap it with this fluffy brush and tap it onto my eyebrows. The eyebrows are going to really come out well after you have drawn your brows. Okay, so I'll go over this area as well and the entire of my face. Then after setting your face with a powder, we are going to draw our eyebrows. Before you draw your eyebrows, make sure that your eyebrows are well trimmed. It will really make your makeup come out very well. You can tell that mine is very trimmed. If you don't know how to trim your eyebrows, I have a couple of eyebrow tutorials in my playlist that you can check it out. I'll put the link right here. And then I'm brushing my eyebrows upwards to get the definition before I draw my eyebrows. And I'm going to make sure that it is sharpened with this sharpener. So I'm going to sharpen it real quick and the tip will come out looking all sharp like this. And I love to use a small mirror to guide me so that I can really see close what I am doing. So to draw the eyebrow, I'm going to start right from here, very faint. And then I follow the direction of my eyebrows. Because I've trimmed the ends off, I'm just going to go that direction. I'm going to connect the top like that. So it's going to look something like this. And I'm going to draw tiny strokes and complete the space in between the brows to give it a more natural look. So this is how this first eyebrow is looking like. You're going to do the same thing for this side. And the same way, you start from here very lightly. And then you follow the direction of the brow. And you curve it like that. Then you connect the top. And you curve it like that. Now eyebrows will not 100% look the same, but they will closely look the same. You don't have to worry. Just keep going so far as they look similar, okay? And we are going to highlight the brows so that they really stand out well, come out nice, okay? And we are going to do that with a concealer and foundation. With my concealer, this is Blossom Spotless Concealer, a shade that is about 2 times lighter than your skin shade, you understand? So the concealer goes under, okay? And I'm going to be using this brush to do the highlighting. So I'm just gonna apply it on the brush like that, and then grab my small mirror. And with the application of the concealer, you follow the direction of where you have drawn the eyebrows. And I love to start from the middle here and then come all the way up. And then I draw, okay? I'm just trying to extend the concealer at this front so that it meets this one to give me a more defined look. I'm just spreading the concealer all over my eyelids like that. Then my concealer really dries fast, so I'm going to use this brush to kind of blend the front part very gently, and then you come into your eyelids. And then you blend the outer part like that. Mind you that this takes a lot of practice. Like everything I'm going to do today takes a lot of practice. You need to be practicing it consistently before you get it totally. So don't worry, don't put yourself in a rush. And then once you are done with this, I'm going to do the same thing here as well. I'm saying we because we are doing it together, you understand? So same way, start from the base here and then build it up and follow the outline. Then you come to the front and you use the remaining ones. Realize that I'm connecting the outline to the first eyebrow. Then I'm spreading the concealer all over my eyelids like that. Then I'm going to use the brush, the same brush, to blend the front like that. I'll just diffuse everything together to make it look more natural. We are going to do the same thing at the top, but this time around we are going to use foundation. And with my foundation, I'm going to be using SO Aesthetic Ultra Coverage Foundation. This foundation is the ish right now for me. So at the top, it's going to be the same thing. I like to start at the top here all the way and then build my way down like that. And then once I get here, I'm just going to follow the outline by following it like that, and then I'll bend my hands right here, right? And then I'll come to the front. So I'll extend it all the way here and then blend it all together. So I'm just trying to blend in between. So we are done with our eyebrows. Very, very simple, right? So we are going to go ahead to complete the rest of our face. I'm using the same foundation I used at the top here. This foundation is full coverage. And you notice that with the foundation, I didn't go all the way to my under eyes. So we are going to have it like that, okay? And I'm just going to blend by tapping into my skin. So instead of sliding like this, just tap gently onto your skin. And I'm blending towards my hairline so that it doesn't leave any harsh lines between my hair and my hairline. You understand? Or between my edges and my hairline. So after foundation, you are going to follow it up with your concealer. And the concealer is usually about 2 shades brighter than your natural shade. Okay, so the foundation is just the same as your natural shade, but then the concealer is about 2 shades brighter than your natural shade. And I'm going to place it right here under my eyes and then the outer corner like that. I'm also going to brighten my chin a bit and then on top of my forehead just a little. I love to set my concealer so that it really blends out, and I'm going to do that with this Hydra drop-in mist from Beth Mien. It's the same as setting spray, so you can also use any setting spray you have. It's really going to marinate the whole thing. Okay, so I'm just going to start from my outer eyes like that, the outer corner, and I'm going to blend upwards, okay, so that it gives the face a higher definition. And notice that I'm using a beauty blender for the blending. You can also use a brush to blend your concealer, but I prefer a beauty blender. So you see that it has blended perfectly. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then onto my chin, then my forehead. And then after that, you want to use a much brighter concealer to brighten just the under eye here. This is by e.l.f. It is about 5 times brighter than my shade. You can clearly see that. So once we are done, we are going to do the contouring, okay? And we are going to use a darker shade to do the contouring. My contour palette is finished, and what I normally do is improvise. Over here, we improvise, right? I'm going to use a darker shade of my eyeshadow palette to do the contouring. And I love to use these 2 shades, okay? You can get a contour palette and use that. Then with the contouring, you contour right on top of your cheekbone. Okay, so this is your cheekbone. You contour right on top. If you bring it downwards, it will make your face like that. You understand? So just bring the contour downwards. Contour right on top of your cheekbone, from your ear to your cheekbone. And then you just tap it in. Do the same at the other side. And then you're also going to contour our chin. And you are going to contour right on top of your chin bone, like your jawbone. Did I say chin bone? Your jawbone. Don't put it here. Don't put it here. Just on top of it. And then I usually don't contour my forehead. But if you want to contour your forehead, if you have a large forehead, you can contour this side so that it closes up the gap a bit, you know. Just this side. And then very close to your hairline as well. So you can tell that our face is doing, you know. So that's what we want to create. And once we are done, we're going to apply some blush. My favorite part of makeup is applying blush. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Blush, so pigmented. And with the blush, you place it right on top of the contour. Okay, so the contour went here, and I'm going to place the blush on top of the contour. So it's going to appear somewhere here. There's a contour, the blush will appear somewhere here, and then I'll build it all the way up like that. I'm gonna do the same thing here, build it all the way up like that. Sometimes I love to smile and then just do a little feathering, just a little, and then I come all the way up. You want your phone, I'm going to use the same setting powder to kind of set my under eyes and then do a little bit of contouring with it as well. I'm not going to leave it on because I just want to set it. So I'll just tap it in and then go all the way up like that. Then we are going to do the same thing here. Just stop at the middle, won't come all the way. I used to come all the way, but I find that this one really snatches the face than if it comes all the way. So I'll just tap it in. Same thing here. You see that I love smiling, so usually during the day the makeup begins to break around this area. Okay, so like when you smile, you see the lines, the smiley lines. So I love to use a certain powder to just tap inside the lines just a little bit so that it sets that area and it doesn't break the makeup. You can totally skip this step if you don't have any huge smiley lines. But some of us, you're always smiling every second, so it's very, very needed. You see that everything is looking all snatched, but we still have some harsh lines over here, some harsh lines. So I'm going to use the bottom of the beauty blender to just kind of diffuse everything. But I'm not forgetting this area as well, because we applied concealer at the top here, so it's very necessary to also set the concealer in place. I usually don't contour my nose, but if you want to contour your nose, or if you have a large nose, especially if it extends in this area, you can contour your nose by using a small brush, something like this. You can also use an angled brush if you have. Using the same darker shade, you go under your eyes like this, like your eyebrows, and then at the bridge of your nose, and then you come down here all the way. Basically do the same thing for this side by starting right under the eyebrows. You really concentrate at the bridge, and then you come down here and let them meet at the tip here. So it's going to create an illusion. Then I'm going to use this very small brush here to apply some setting powder and place it at the middle of my nose. We are almost done except with our eyeshadow. And with eyeshadow, truly, I tell you, dear brethren, that you need to be practicing and playing with a lot of colors. I am not very good when it comes to playing with a lot of colors, but the colors that I've used so far that really works for me is yellow shade, burgundy shade, and I just kind of blend everything together. So we are going to try the same thing today. It's kind of the same thing I used for my wedding, and it worked perfectly. So I'm going to use this brush to apply setting powder on top of my eyelid, just to set my eyes to give way for the eyeshadow. It will make the eyeshadow really sit well on my face. Now the eyeshadow I've been using is Becharm Ageless eyeshadow palette. I bought it last 2 years and it's still full. I mean, it's a lot of eyeshadow palettes in here. The first shade I'm going to take is this yellow shade. Because I have blue contact lens, I'm not going to do much with my eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm just going to tap from the yellow shade and then place it at the top here. And then I'm going to pick up a burgundy shade. You know, all these are burgundy shades, right? But then I'm going to pick the one that is lighter here, okay? And then place it below where I placed the yellow shade. These combinations really make it natural, and it doesn't make your eyes look too busy. So I'm just going in and then placing it all over my eyelid. So if you are lost and you don't know which colors to blend, just go with the yellow shade and then this nude burgundy shade like I'm doing, and you are good to go. So you just have to make sure that you are blending in, and you see that the way I'm holding the brush, I'm not holding it all the way here like send I'm going to BC, you know. I'm not going to write any exam, so I'm not holding it like this. I'm holding it all the way at the tip, and then blending in very gently into my eyebrows or onto my eyelid like that. I look so good. Oh. Yeah, just 2 colors and we are good. See how simple it is. Next, we are going to apply an eye wing. Okay, we are going to do an eye wing. I love to start from here and then come all the way. Okay, then I connect it like that. So my eyes are hooded, but all these things, well, as soon as I lift my eyes, it will disappear. You get it? So if you have hooded eyes, make sure that you are connecting all the way and making it as big as possible so that when you close your eyes, we can still see the eye wing. And I'm bringing it into the corner of my eyes. If you really want your eyes to stand out, you can actually extend your corner of your eyes. And this is how to do it. So you literally just trace it here. So I just followed the natural way of how my inner corner is shaped, okay? Then onto the waterline, we're going to use a black pencil to define our waterline. And in order that the pencil really sits onto your waterline, I usually use the tip of the brush like this and then pull my eyes and go over my waterline with the pencil. So you see, the pencil has really made my eyes stood out, you understand? So this is what we have, this is what we are dealing with right now. And then to even give my eyes a more definition, I'm going to use the same shade I used on my eyelids and then use it to apply at the base. You can literally go out at this point, but I don't want to go out like this. We need to apply lip gloss or lipstick, and I've fallen in love with this 2-in-1 lipstick recently. I've actually forgotten the name. I got it from Makola. Honestly, I've forgotten the name. It has erased, but I can use any lipstick that you have. I love this color. It's nude and it makes me look like that girl, you understand? And then we'll do a little bit of highlighter. This is Becharm Ageless highlighter. And I love to tap from all the shades. And I'm going to place it right here on top of the blush, but at this corner, okay? And I love to use this shade and then tap at the tip of my nose and then at my bridge to just snatch my nose. Are we snatched? Yes, we are. And then because of the design of my dress and my neck bones are showing, is it my rib cage? No, this is not my rib cage. My neck bones are showing. I'm just going to highlight it more to stand out more. So I'll just apply a little at the tip here and also at the tip here. Okay. So you see how they are standing out? Just on the bones, honey. Yeah, we look snatched. Now the last but one step is this eyelash installation. I'm going to be using this eyelash set from Jlashes and an eyelash glue. Just an eyelash glue, guys. What I'm using is called Sassy eyelash glue. Again, I've used it for so long, so all the text have erased. I'm just applying the glue at the weft, and then I'm going to wait until it's tacky. And then by application, I take my small mirror, I look down, and then I place it at the middle such that it's not coming too close to my corner. And I'm going to adjust it with my fingers. I use my tweezer to just press it together so that it sticks. And are we not looking sumptuous? I'm going to apply mascara at the bottom of my lashes. Where's my mascara? And remember the tinted mascara I got from Beth Mien? I think I need a black mascara with this one, right? I'm not seeing the brown wheel. I need a black mascara. I think at this point, honey, all you need to do is to just set the whole thing to marinate and you'll be done. And I'm going to do this by using the setting spray from Beth Mien, the same thing we used to set our face when we were applying the concealer. Did I just drench my face in the setting spray? See how we are looking gold and sumptuous. I would have used the setting powder if I hadn't run out. I've run out of setting powder. I've run out of pressed powder, but the last step is to use a but before the setting spray, you can use a pressed powder to like really press everything in before you go on with the setting spray. But I've run out, so I'm just gonna end it here. Basically, this is how to achieve a full look, beginner friendly. I hope it was beginner enough, right? So let me just fix my hair and I'll come back with a full look, okay? Excuse me. Well, this is a bridal hairstyle that I did. If you haven't seen the tutorial, please go check it out. I've already posted it. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, I love my look. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ah, I look like an angel. In fact, I want to marry all over again. Ah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking with me today. I'm going to see you in my next video. I love you. Bye. Mwah.